Here's a quick look at a pantry and laundry remodel we did this past year. Up next, I'm going to be showing you kind of a full breakdown of what it used to look like and a lot of the steps that we took to transform this space. This is before we did any work. As you can tell, we haven't opened up that wall yet. The floor is kind of a slate tile. The wood that's on the ground is actually covering a hole that's in the concrete that needs to be fixed. We're going to walk out into the garage. I'm going to show you all the space that we're going to turn into what will be the pantry. We're going to wall that space off. Right here we've got a lot of the demo done. You can see we started framing up that wall that I said we were going to close off. And at here we've already done the insulation, the sheetrock, another hole in the concrete we got to fix, and we're scraping the acoustic ceilings. Next up, we're going to start building our cabinet boxes. Right here, I'm ripping all the depth for the uppers and the lowers. And then here, I'm cutting the heights for everything. Next thing is the toe kicks, which I normally do at about a 3-inch depth and about 4 inches tall. Here's a quick look at all of our panels. I'll try to get all the pieces for the boxes cut and then start building. This is one way in which I used to build cabinet boxes. I would advise that if you go this route and use just trim nails, that you use glue as well. You're going to have a much stronger box in doing so. But pocket holes are definitely my favorite at this point. These are all the cabinet boxes prior to getting the face trims on. At the time this video was made, I used to nail my vertical pieces on, and then I would come back with my horizontal pieces, hit them with some pocket holes, and then put those on. I would advise against this nowadays. It's much better to build the entire face frame first and then glue and trim nail the frames onto the boxes. At this point, all the boxes have been sanded, caulked in, and ready for primer. I didn't video the process of the primering since you're going to see the painting process, which is essentially the same idea. After you get them primed, you're going to want to sand them down with like a 220 and then come back with paint. So in this video, if you're paying attention, you can see that I spray these small surface areas first. You always want to spray those first, because if you spray the main surface areas first and then try to come back and hit the small surface areas, you're actually going to end up putting too much paint on the big surface, which is going to give you runs. Here's a look at the cabinets after I did the first coat. I'll almost always do 3 coats on cabinets and sometimes 4, just depending on how the paint takes. In these next few clips, you're going to notice that I have a lot of things leaned up against each other. This is not ideal, but it does work if you're limited on space. I would just take note that I have a lot of scrap pieces underneath this stuff, and where it is leaned up against each other, I'm trying to make as little contact as possible. This next clip here is the butcher block countertops we used. I just got done spraying the first coat. After each coat dries, hit it with some 220 or 320 and then spray at least 3 or 4 more coats. Here we're just nailing on the toe kick board and getting the drawers set. I didn't get a video of all the install, which moving forward I'm going to do my best to get more breakdowns of the entire setup. And one last look, glass panel doors, both new patio and garage door. We're really happy with this turnout. Customer was really happy. It turned out really beautiful. Let me know what y'all think. Right here we've got a drawer with dividers for her pans and stuff. And then in the laundry room, we got the trash can pullouts. Just a side note, the countertops on this project were acacia wood with no stain. All we did was a satin clear coat finish. Here's the ice maker that we custom fitted for the cabinets, and the upper cabinets pretty much all had adjustable shelves. The color for these cabinets were evergreen fog, and then we did the back door and patio door in forged steel. Thanks for checking out the video. Let me know what y'all like or hate about this project, or maybe what y'all would have done different.